What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on where you're at. But hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at today to talk more about crypto, to obviously talk more about the markets, probably talk a little bit about the Iran war. Obviously, the geopolitical side of things are something to talk about, especially when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to crypto. The great thing is we had a nice little rally last night and into today, showing that crypto's actually looking pretty good. I mean, Bitcoin went back above 72,000. You got Ethereum almost hitting 2,200. XRP flying back up there. A lot of things are looking pretty good. A lot of money actually flowed back into the cryptocurrency market. The Dow and the S&P 500, they actually did pretty good this morning, although coming back down after reaching some nice little pumps. But obviously that has a lot to do with what's happening over in Iran. I mean, again, kind of a crazy thing out there. A lot of things have come out in regards to kind of where like Polymarket has some pretty crazy odds out here in regards to what's going to happen in the midterms. But we'll cover all that. So before I jump into it all, I am jumping on here a little bit late. I had to. I was not going to be here on today because my son had an orchestra competition over in Eastern Washington. However, the snow is coming in thick today. We are getting absolutely obliterated with snow right now, and so the pass is closed. And snowfall is coming down, dude. But one thing I have to say is snow. Snow. I actually love snow. That's one thing I love about Washington is just like when it does snow, it's really nice. So I kind of like it right now. But unfortunately, orchestra concert canceled or competition canceled. So here we are today. And like I said, hope everyone's having a fantastic day. We got Mike in the house here. What's up, Mike? We got Monty. What's up, buddy? What's going on, man? We got Stand the Man in the house here. What's going on, Ian? Lone Star Kid. What's up, bud? All right, let's go here. Dude, what is going on, Mike? My thing is just messed up here. All right, we got some. Let's cover some of the news here. As you guys can see right now, cryptocurrency is actually doing pretty damn good. I mean, we pumped back up here to a $2.43 trillion market cap. The fear and greed index has climbed up. Earlier this week, we were at a 26. Now we're at a 31. You can see Bitcoin has jumped really nicely over the last 24 hours, up 2%, which is really good. Ethereum's up about 3%. Earlier today, this was up like 6% at one point when it was up to almost about 21.9. Almost 2,200, I think, is almost reached there. But over the 7-day marker, we're at 8% up on Ethereum right now. XRP is looking pretty good. Kind of flat. I mean, it's at 1.96% over 24 hours, but I mean, not too bad over 3.8 over the last 7 days. But some of these other ones are doing pretty good. Hyperliquid's still looking pretty solid right now. And then our baby down here, Hedera, is making a little bit of a comeback here, although it's dropped pretty heavily here in the last hour. But its last 7-day marker is not looking too good. So it's kind of flat across the board here. But everything's actually looking pretty decent today. The stock market, like I said earlier today, the stock market looked really, really good. I don't know if you guys are watching the futures, but the futures actually looked really good. Now it's starting to come back down here as it's starting to lose on its third straight losing week as the Iran war continues. And we're starting to see this. And I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fourth quarter GDP revised down to about 0.7% growth, which is not good, right? I mean, these are kind of things that are outliers to what's going on here on a global scale. It says GDP rose at a seasonally inflation adjusted annually rate of just 0.7% in the fourth quarter. The first revision of the GDP readings was sharp stepped from the previous estimate of 1.4. So I mean, it's come down almost half of what they thought. So the core PCE inflation rose about 0.4% in January and 3.1% on a 12-month basis. So again, things are kind of not looking too hot in regards to where those things are going. And it's starting to actually play out because I mean you can see right here oil prices erase losses and turn positive on the day, now back to $97 a barrel. We're just over almost $100 a barrel, and now they're talking about it getting to the goal. I mean, Iran's goal is to get it to $200 a barrel, which would be crazy. But yeah, oil stocks are looking. I told you guys, oil stocks are kind of where to be. If you're gonna be getting into any stocks, I mean, that should have been a couple months ago getting into those oil stocks. But yeah, kind of crazy when you think about that. We got Tim Shea in the house here. What's up, man? We got the mayor of crypto in the house here. What's up, my guy? We got Anthony Hawkins. What's up, buddy? We got Dipto. What is that? Dipto Currency. What's up, man? Ontario, Canada. Snowing here in Ontario. Nice, dude. Love it, man. Love it. We got Candy. What's up, Candy? Good to see you. Who else we got? We got Palmo. I haven't been here forever, been away from crypto, but ready to get back into it. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I mean, that's kind of people. Hey, dude, crypto can be exhausting, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest. I mean, sometimes crypto is just it's just tough. It's just it's one of those where it's like one day it's it's great, and the next day it kind of sucks, and it becomes there's fatigue to it, dude. There's crypto fatigue for sure. Even I get crypto fatigue. Like, let's be honest here. Some days you wake up and you're like, heck yeah, this is great. Like last night was a good little rally. It's nice to wake up and look at your portfolio, but I mean, you get exhausted. So I 100% agree. We got Guy in the house here. What's up, Guy? Good to see my guy. We got core PCE, which excludes volatile energy, and food prices rose about 3.1%. Yeah, I was just reading that. Yeah, kind of crazy. I mean, the Trump the shutdown's crazy, and what's happening is it's starting to reflect right now. I mean, this is pretty wild, and I think that anyone that is actually, I think anyone that's actually paying attention to this should actually be concerned. I mean, the Republicans and Trump should be concerned over this because the Democrats now project to seize control of both chambers of Congress. I mean, if they own the Senate and the House, I mean, Trump's the first thing on their agenda is to impeach Trump. I mean, that's the first thing on their agenda to do. Yeah, the thing is that they impeach Trump. Then they go over and now you have what's his name? Vance. Vance will then become the president. But still, like this is what's gonna happen. And it's just kind of crazy, going to war with Iran we would look back in history and say that's probably what did it, dude. I think you could see the amount of right when we went to war with Iran, the poly market shifted exponentially. And I think that's kind of the turning point. I mean, when you make a promise to your constituents, when you make a promise to the American people that you're not going to go to war, and then here we are a year and some odd months later, and you're going to war. It's kind of concerning to say the least, right? Analysts warned of more inflation to come. Yeah, there's going to probably be. I mean, dude, we're at war. We're spending $11 billion in 16 days or something like that. I mean, the amount of money being spent. You got the tariffs out there. You got a lot of things that are kind of building up. On top of that, you got the oil prices that are kind of hitting us right now. There's a lot of things building up here, and I think Bitcoin and crypto and all that. This is not like, I mean, going back to my title is that again, I think this is not good. This is not good long term. I mean, we might have these little pumps coming up and down here. We might see these little rallies that we're talking about here. Fair value gaps will get met, but long term, being in conflict and is just not good for any of the markets. We saw that when Ukraine and Russia went at it, and now you're seeing it with the United States. I think that and before the Ukraine Russian war, if you go back and actually look at the history of it, you can see that we had a nice little rally before the war even started. Right? This is the war, dude. This is right here. This is what happens right here. Right? We had this rally, and then we had the war. Right? This is the whole China thing that came down here. And then you got to think this is where the war all happened, right in here. This is the war, dude. This is where the war all starts right in here. So, I mean, you got to think the war kind of starts right in this area. Boom, we come down. We had a pump. We came down hard, and this is the whole area right here of where the war started. And when the war started and started to actually drag out, that's when the whole FTX collapse happened. So, I mean, almost similar to where we're going at right now. I mean, like, look at this, dude. Like, almost very similar. Right? We came down, we hit this little rough patch right here. Look, we came down, we hit this little rough patch, came down further. We hit this little rough patch here, and then we're going to come down further. Like, that's kind of, I mean, like, literally, it's like almost to a T of what is happening here is what is happening here. And so, yeah, I expect everything to sort of come out. I mean, like, unfortunately, a lot of us were kind of stoked when Trump came. I was, I admit, I thought, I was pretty pumped when Trump got elected, obviously. I think that I felt like he was going to do a lot of, positive things for our economy. And since he's been in office, I will say that the markets have been, I mean, we pumped to our all-time highs, but I mean, it's kind of going back down. I mean, and it kind of sucks. I think this Iran war is not going to help it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's not America first, right? I mean, if we're focusing on America, we shouldn't be out there, bombing people. But I'm not the president of the United States. It is what it is, man. We got Extra in the house here. We got Neo. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. We got United States Marine. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. They all lie. Trump's is stronger than most, but still a puppet. To some degree, yeah. To some degree. I mean, I think that they all kind of bend the knee to someone at some point. You know what I mean? As strong as he is, I think that they're still answering to someone and getting convinced by others, right? I mean, let's take Trump's first term. I mean, how many people did he actually fire in his first term because he listened to other people, right? And that was detrimental to some degree. I mean, you go back and look at some of the people that have turned on him. Yeah, I'd say that trusting other people. And I mean, like having Lindsey Graham in your back pocket, having Lindsey Graham consult you on what to do. I mean, Lindsey Graham is a traitor to America. I mean, I've never liked Lindsey Graham. I mean, he's been the warmonger of all warmongers, and that's the guy that you're gonna like let influence you on these decisions. I don't know, man. I'm not saying that Iran shouldn't be left off the hook. Like, let's get it right. Let me get it straight. I don't think that Iran should just be allowed to do whatever the hell they want to do. I mean, they are the number one sponsor to terrorism. They are the number one sponsor to hating Americans, and they've killed a lot of Americans. If you go back and actually look at the history of it, they have, and they continue to do so. So I don't think that they should be let off scot free. But at the same time, I don't think that we should be putting them first over Americans. Like, I just don't think that should be happening. Like, let other people, let Israel go fight the war. Let Israel go do what they need to do. But why do we have to be putting our lives on the table here? I hope we hit the XRP FRG under $1. It could happen, dude. Everyone hit that like button. Appreciate you, man. One more flash crash before we probably will do. America first is just a honey slogan. Well, I think America should be first. You know what I mean? Like, I do agree with that guy. You could say it's a slogan, but I think that, unfortunately, no politicians put America first. Biden didn't put America first. Obama hasn't put America first. Bush didn't put America first. No one's put America first. Like, no, I mean, like, that's why I said, like, I was kind of hoping that Trump, like, legitimately would put America first. And unfortunately, we just get drugged right into another war. Like, this is Israel's war. This isn't America's war. This is Israel's war. Israel's the one that's wanted this forever. And here they got it. You know what I mean? And now we're supporting them because we're their allies. But at the end of the day, like, it's still their war. This shouldn't be our war. But we get drug into it. You know what I mean? And who knows, right? Who knows? But no one's actually fully put America first. Like, that's just plain and simple, dude. I just don't think that's happened. And so maybe someday. But it's all I'll give you a perfect example. I mean, like, what happened with the whole Epstein files, right? And again, not to get into it, but the whole Epstein files is kind of crazy, right? He came out and said that's the first thing they were going to do, and then what happened? They didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy to say you're going to do these things, but it's another thing to actually then go through and follow through with it. And unfortunately, most people can't seem to follow through with any of their campaign promises. Like, it's literally impossible. And maybe that's because it gets held up in the Senate and the House. I mean, like, the SAVE Act obviously is on the Senate floor right now, but I mean, it's up to them to make the decisions, but it just sucks because you just get caught up in all the bullshit, right? But everything that Trump's, he's really good at rallying people. He's really good at saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. But then unfortunately, it kind of under delivers in some way. It is kind of disappointing to some degree. And then, unfortunately, you have people that are in, you have Thune out there who's just a complete, he's just hot dog water. You know what I mean? Like, he's dog water for sure, dude. I mean, that's just what it comes down to, just straight dog water. And, yeah, but here we are. I mean, this is what we have, and so this is going to come down further. I do think that we're matching the same trend over here, and the more that this war drags out, the worse it's going to get for us. It might look good now, but I mean, overall, we know that the history. If you go back and actually look at the history of what our markets look like and when we actually have conflict, longevity is not good, right? The longevity of this is not good. It might be good like short term, but we're talking probably 2-3 months from now. We're going to start to see the impacts of that. Like, it's going to happen. There's going to be a negative impact to it. Core, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Didn't help give us the Iranian regime $3.5 billion in cold car. Yeah, I mean, Obama was horrible with Iran. I mean, you don't go hand over $3.5 billion to go fund terrorism like that. We know that that's crazy, right? I mean, we could all agree. Like, and that's the one thing is that it's okay to call out the people that you voted for. Like, I think it's important to be critical of the people you voted for. Unfortunately, most Democrats are never critical of the people that have done poor things for America. They still think like Obama is the greatest president in the world. They think Obama did all these great things. But I mean, Obama was one of the worst presidents. You go back and actually look. Like, that's not me making up. You can go ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT will actually tell you. And again, they're super liberal. And they're going to tell you that he's probably one of the worst presidents out there that we've had in the last 250 years. But Bush was too. Bush is not the greatest president. Bush was ass. You know what I mean? Let's see. I want the markets to drop more so I can add more to my bags. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, in all reality, this little pump you get right here, this little relief, right? And again, I think this. You never know. This can actually rally up here. It went all the way up to 74,000 this morning. Or 70, yes, about 74,000 before the little bit of the sell-off here. And you can see the weekly is actually building up nicely right here. But I mean, this could actually come up and hit this 81,000. We could get a flash run, to hit this 81,000. Same with Ethereum here. I mean, there's these little fair value gaps for this to come back up and hit this. But I mean, you never know how this works out. Let's go back and actually look at the previous years. You can see that we came up and hit this 200 moving average multiple times before we fell, right? This came down. And when we came back up and hit this 200 moving average, look, it came down well below it. And then came back up and flashed above it. and then came back down below it. So I mean, like we're probably going to have something like that where this goes back up and probably meets and or exceeds this 2,500, and then we're going to probably come back down. Same with Bitcoin. If you go back and actually look at like where the bottoms are on these things, Bitcoin's a little bit differently here because we haven't actually fallen all the way through the 200 moving average. This Bitcoin shows me that we're actually going to probably fall through the 200 moving average because we haven't done that yet. We haven't actually found a floor through this, but Ethereum's a little bit differently on how it reacts to this. Like we're already well below. We'll probably hover around this area for a while. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to sort of see how this plays out. Bitcoin's a bit of a different story here. Trump has bombed Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Libya. Yeah, but I mean, I think every president's bombed someone, dude. I mean, you can go back and look at the, how many countries Obama's bombed, right? I mean, Obama's bombed a ton of countries. Everyone has bombed countries. It's just, I think it's just, it's just one of the things. I mean, I'm ready to buy 57K. Gonna buy half. You're gonna buy half of Bitcoin at 57K. If it goes down to 57K, yeah. I mean, you got to think right now. So Obama carried out bombed 7 countries, dude. Carried out military airstrikes, bombing 7 countries. He bombed Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Yemen, Somalia, and Pakistan. So, yeah. He estimated over 500 drone strikes during his presidency. 500 drone strikes during his presidency. I mean, that's pretty wild when you think about it. I mean, so like you can't say that Trump's bad and did all these things when you have the other president who everyone loves in the Democratic Party doing the exact same thing, right? And you can see right now Donald Trump, and just from 2017 and 2021, he carried out 7 airstrikes as well: Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, and Pakistan as well. So I mean, like, I think it's very consistent with what presidents do. I mean, like, obviously they're going to take out people who are not. So we agree that Trump is worse than Obama. I don't think so. But me personally, and the reason why I'll give you an example of why I think Obama is worse than Trump is because, well, number one, I think he doesn't align with he just doesn't align with my views on things. Like, I think I think that I think he helped create the whole BLM, the Black Lives Matter movement. That was we now know that that was just straight fraud. I mean, we can all sit back and look at that now, and I think that he was. I think he's very divisive. I think he's allowed the racism to fester. I think he started that whole thing. I really do. Again, it's always been there, but it's gotten worse. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where it's at. And then on top of that, I mean, yeah, I do believe a guy. Yeah, and on top of that, I do think that I do think that he was part of the whole the COVID and the release of it. I do believe in that. Yeah. I mean, you had Fauci and all them. I mean, go watch that stuff. Go read all that stuff with Fauci and all them. You can't tell me that Obama wasn't part of that. So, USA. Okay, let's see. What does that change today? Let's see. Yeah, and then you had Obama. He was basically running Biden for sure. Never let it go. Worst president history. 2008, let it go, bro. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I just don't think. I just think through my time, I just don't think that he was. I mean, he wasn't the greatest president. He was a good speaker, right? Really good speaker. Obama was a very, very good speaker. Very, very good public speaker for sure. But I think that's what won him the presidency was his being able to speak. But I think outside of that, I don't think he was a good leader by any means. But it's okay. No, but I think he helped push an agenda, guy. He's not the invention of it, but I think he helped push it. They helped fuel it, right? You can fuel that thing. You can fuel both of those. And I think his administration helped fuel that for sure. Dismantling BRICS and bringing Venezuela and Iranian oil back to the dollar system will increase demand for U.S. treasuries. Very well could, yeah. I think so too. We will be golden once the conflict, not a war, is over. Pain before gain. Yeah, I think that's why I said the longer that's why my thumbnail says that. I mean, I truly think that the longer this thing goes, the worse it gets, right? This is not good long term. It's not good long term. We talked about when Trump first did the when Trump actually first came out and talked about the war or the conflict in Iran, his goal was to be out of there in 2 weeks, right? And now it looks like we're not going to be out of there for two, it's going to be a little bit longer. And so it's just, the longer this goes out, I just don't think it's overall it's not good. And we're seeing that right now. I mean, you go back and look at the fourth quarter of the GDP and all the stuff that's being revised down. I mean, this could probably get worse and worse, right? I mean, to have these things continue downward is not good. In 2024, the economy rose about 2.8%, but right now we're in a full decrease. Consumer spending rose 2% for the quarter, falling 0.4 percentage points downward revision. That represents a decline from the 3.5. So, I mean, you're starting to see an actual decline right now. The personal consumption, the Fed's primary forecasting tool for inflation, posted a seasonally adjusted gain of 0.3%. So, I mean, obviously going up, putting the annual rate at 2.8, which again, 2.8 is not bad compared to like where the Obama inflation was, but I mean, it's still not the greatest, right? Austin, what's up, dude? What's going on, Selmo? We got Selmo Fudd in the house here. What's up, my guy? Just started buying Pepe. Okay, he wasn't a good speaker. He was nothing without his teleprompter. Oh, I mean, like, you get up there and you can get up there in front of a teleprompter and you can rally the troops, right? I mean, it's very easy to do that. I mean, if you are a good speaker and you have that in front of you and you're prepared and you're in there in front of, I mean, like I said, if you're prepared, anyone can be a good speaker if you're prepared for it and you're able to deliver a message with a tone. I mean, like, I think he was really good at that. I truly do. Good to see you, Selmo. I want to swim with in my XRP vault like Scrooge McDuck. That'd be nice, right? The volume on Hype has been pretty impressive. Dude, the Hype thing is crazy, guys. I don't know if you've been following Hype. I mean, I've been following Hype, but yeah, where Hype is going right now is actually pretty good. And the perpetual is being traded on Hype is just wild. I'll hand you that. I mean, this has actually been a pretty crazy run just over the last, I don't know, probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. This thing has been on a nice little run back up. And the volume on Hyperliquid, like just go to CoinGlass and look at where Hyperliquid's at. It's pretty wild. Let's go to CoinGlass here. Every other country in the world is calling this war except the U.S. We sound like Russia when they called the invasion of Ukraine a military exercise. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously Ukraine and Russia thing was not a military exercise because they're still battling out today, right? And I think that that's what's kind of crazy about these. I think that you kind of think that you're only going to be there short term, and then boom, dude, it's a lot harder than you think. Yeah, look at the liquidations on Hyperliquid. Gosh dang, dude, 20, dude, that's really close to the volume right there, just in liquidations, $24.56 million, dude, in 24 hours. Gosh dang, dude, the longs are getting obliterated on Hyperliquid right now. Damn. Yeah, the ratios are flattening out right now, though. The shorts are going to be coming in strong. You can see right here, shorts are getting obliterated. Longs are getting obliterated. What does this mean? This means most likely that we're going to probably have a turnaround here. Let's go to the 4 hour here. The 4 hours, look at the 4 hours already making a little bit of a turnaround here. We'll probably get a double top here. Always typically get this double top kind of thing here. Boom, 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 boom. Usually have a nice little rally back upwards. So this will probably have a sell-off. We'll probably rally back up today, which already looks like the 4 hours kind of rallying back that way. So I'd probably give this a little bit of some time, and it might not double top, right? It might do something, like this, but I don't think so, or something like this. It could just come back down, trickle back down, which very well could happen. I mean, you can see this long wick right here. We're going to probably be in a bit of a downturn. I mean, nothing came up, this last 4 hour, which again ends in about 2 hours, didn't even come up and fill half of this wick right here. Usually these things will come back up and fill half the wick, which is like 73,000. This one went all the way up to 74, so 73. And this one actually has not got the momentum. It kind of lost momentum right there. And usually when we have those wicks and we don't come up and fill half of those wicks, what's up, Booze? Let me open that. There you go. Feel better? All right, good. Can you hear better? Good. Guys, this is Crypto Investment Channel. Please stop trying to turn it into your own personal preference. I'm not helping it either, BP. Right? I'm talking about the geopolitical side of things, and it's really hard not to talk about the geopolitical side of like war, and because it impacts a lot of the markets, right? I mean, if you're doing finance, politics, and the geopolitical chaos that's going on really influences what happens in your pocketbook. I mean, it really does. So it is kind of hard to like separate crypto from the political side of things because it does play a massive impact on a lot of what we do. And so I've always tried to toe the line, and maybe I've opened up over the last couple of weeks. I mean, I think the Bob Ferguson thing here in Washington's kind of, pushed me over the edge with maybe being a little bit more political than I should be on the channel, just because I'm pissed off about, the amount of taxes that the Washingtonians are going to have to pay, even though like 90% of the people here in Washington are totally against an income tax. So like, I think that that's kind of like, I've been in the echo chamber of Washington and trying to fight against the income tax, that like my political side is coming out, and it probably shouldn't, or maybe I'm being a little bit more aggressive with it. But yeah, so I do apologize, because we do talk about crypto here, but it does kind of overflows sometimes into this as well. So I do apologize. Kai, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. On meeting, but I'm on mute. Oh shoot, you're on. Oh, I'm meeting. Okay, you're meeting mute. All we do is win, even when we lose. Hell yeah, Brodick. What's up, buddy? I bought some hyper liquid stock on my Schwab account. Hell yeah, dude. Microsoft being created for all the groups in the enterprise. Yeah. Yeah, Nashville when he was elected. Yeah, but just because he has all those good things about him doesn't mean he was a good leader. I just don't think he was. The thumbnail is so good, believes. You like those, dude? These ones are getting funnier, man. These ChatGPT these are ChatGPT thumbnails, dude. I'm totally playing around with it, and dude, I get it. When I push it, dude, I start laughing at these thumbnails, bro. And I'm like, dude, this is great. This is actually great. This is your channel. You can talk about whatever you want. I know, Monty, but some people, we talk about crypto here. People come here for crypto discussions, and yeah, the markets right now are going to come down. I think that we're going to probably have a little bit of a downturn here. Our Friday is going to come down. This is probably the time to put in a short. Man, I think I'm going to risk it and put in a short. I think I'm just going to go for it. I'll just put a stop loss in there. I don't know. It's like a 50-50. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm probably going to put in a nice little short here. Let's see if let's put a nice little one in here. Let's do I think I'm going to put in like a nice little. I think I'm going to go big in terms of like just put one in. Let's do it for Ethereum. Let's go favorites. Do Ethereum. And I'm risking it right now with Ethereum. This because Ethereum's a little bit different here on terms of the charting. But let's see. Even if Ethereum comes down to 20.0, okay, let's put one in for Ethereum here. Let's do a short on this. Let's actually do. There we go. Let's actually do 25,000. Let's do 25,000. That puts us at 2,500. Let's open up the short on this thing. We'll do a 10x. We'll open up the short. Oh shoot, is that a market? Yeah. Boom. Let's open that up here. Insufficient margin. What are you talking about, dude? I have $2,500 in margin, bro. The hell? Let's do 24,000 then. Open short. It literally tells me I have 2,500 in free. This is for some reason, dude. I gotta say, BTCC has been really annoying me lately. Like super annoying me. Let's go. Assets. Let's convert. It's been super frustrating, actually. Let's go this way. Dude, what is going on here? Convert. Let's go 100%. I want my wallet. There we go. It's been really frustrating. BTC has been kind of a pain in the ass lately. I don't know why. It's just been super frustrating. And yeah, I don't know. To each your own, I guess. But it's been kind of a dread, to be honest here. Let's go. $25,000. Okay. Open short. Confirm. Okay, there we go. We're gonna see what happens here. We'll put a little bit of a stop loss in here. We're gonna do a 2%. We'll do it at 2%. Puts about $500. There we go. Okay, got stop loss in. We'll let it ride now. We'll just see what happens here in the next couple hours, just for some fun. XRP looks like it wants to soar ahead. We'll see what happens here. I could be wrong on my little assessment of this. But knowing me, I'll probably get completely obliterated. Scott Best and Trump and Howard Lutnick have potential to Q2 being the start of the economic boom. We'll see what happens. Yeah. It'd be nice, right? It'd be nice. The war could end soon. I think the longer this goes on, the worse it is. If this ends, the markets do well. Simple as that, dude. the market end, like the war or this conflict with Iran ends, markets do well. If this continues to drag on, it's going to do bad. It's illegal to repo at night. That's funny, dude. I only buy spot, and sometimes I think about it. Austin, do you do most of your sports? Whoa, where did that go? Do you do most of your sports wagering on Polymarket? No, I can't. I do it on Coinbase, bro. I do most of it on Coinbase, just because. Yeah, the other stuff is. I mean, Polymarket. I can't use it in Washington. They restrict all that stuff here in Washington, so I just do it. I just do it on Coinbase. Diesel is $5.99 a gallon in Washington, a blue controlled state. Yeah, if I know, yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of my diesel, dude. I'm over my diesel. I mean, like, just because it's just so expensive to actually run a diesel here in Washington. Sold that bad boy. I won't even tell you what I bought. I traded, dude. I actually made a really good trade on it. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. I made a good trade. I traded in our old van, and I traded in the truck for basically a new Kia van. You can't beat the new Kias. The the warranty on these Kias are insane, dude. So 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty for everything. Powertrain, electrical, everything you can think of. It's a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. We had a Kia van I bought in 2016, which we traded in on this van. And I drove it for 10 years at 106,000 miles on it, dude. And they ended up giving me like $6,000 for the van, and they gave me 57,000 for the truck. Truck is what, 3 years old. And I owed it made a really good turnover on it. So who wants to drive a Kia though? I do. I like the Kias, dude. The Kias have been great. No, I probably won't eat that. I bet you bought a Prius. Did not. I bought a Kia van, dude. I bought a Carnival. I bought a Carnival van, dude. I like my Kia. We had a Kia van. I know people make fun. I love the Kia van. It's great when you have kids. When you have 3 kids and you play soccer. You talk about the soccer mom vans, dude. I'll take that. I'll take the soccer mom van. I don't care. A lot of Washingtonians are moving to Vegas. Really? I mean, I've contemplated on getting the hell out of here, without question. Yeah, I read it. I don't know if I could. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Warranty. The warranty is crazy, dude. Got that 5-year, 50K mile warranty. But I want to make mods, and sometimes something breaks. They tie the problem to the mod. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy. This clown bought a Carnival. You're funny. You're funny, F Joe. Yeah, but the van the van. I mean, honestly, it was a Sedona then, and now it's a Carnival. But it's such a good. It was actually a really good car, and never had an issue with it the whole time. The 100,000 miles that I had with it, never had an issue with it, at all, not one issue. And it was actually got Kias are nice now. They used to be throwaway cars, not anymore. Yeah, they're super nice now, and don't drive so much. I know with the soccer, but I mean we have our Tesla, and the Tesla's good for some things. But I mean, the van just actually works out. So I know people make fun of it, but is BTC good for trading? I tried pulling my Coinbase to TradingView, and it doesn't allow me. Yeah, you got to actually convert it. I like it. It's just been since they're updating a few things. I guess I got a note from the person at BTCC, and they're updating some things there. So it's kind of a little bit. Sometimes it like glitches, but I mean, I only trade here. I have money on here, and you have to deposit it straight from Coinbase. You just basically send it from Coinbase and deposit it straight onto here, but you shouldn't have any issues. They used to buy one get one free for the Teslas. I looked at the Carnivals at the car show 2 years ago. They are pretty fancy. Yeah, they're pretty nice, man. Like I dig them. I mean, I think they're pretty good. But under the hood looks the hood, it's a Hyundai. Yeah, I mean they're pretty good, but they have good engines, guy. Like, and I'm not saying that every Kia works out, but I mean, like, I had 2 Kias. I had a Kia Optima, which was a great car, and then I got that back in 2013. I bought the Kia Optima right when they changed the whole, it like actually looked good. It was really a nice car, full leather, everything, and that one actually got burned up in our house fire. I was really sad about that one. And then I ended up selling that for like $1,000. Got sold that one for like $1,000 to the junkyard, which kind of sucked. But and then yeah, we got the Kia Sedona, dude, and it's been a great vehicle. So I was like, you know what, we're sticking with Kia, man. And plus the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on all electrical, anything inside, basically fully covered for 10 years, 100,000 miles. You can't beat that. No one else has a warranty like that, dude. So does Kia make everything equivalent to like the Civic? I don't think so, dude. I mean, well, they do. They make a what is that car? I just saw it the other day. It's a Kia. Whoa, dude, what's it called? It's called a Kia something where it's like a sort of a race, like kind of like their faster car. I can't remember the damn name of it. But yeah, the world needs to give Trump credit for stopping Iran's plans to release a nuclear. No, I want to say I'm giving. I'm okay with what Trump did in terms of bombing their facilities to stop them from enriching uranium. Like, I'm totally on board with that. I already said I think that Trump. I think that like this is not a new war. I mean, you can go back and actually look at the history of the United States and Iran's conflict. I mean, this has been going on for 47 years. It really has. Go back and actually look, do your history, look, chat GPT, do whatever you need to do. Like, just go review the history of what's been going on with Iran and the United States. It's been a conflict for a long time, dude. And there's no blood loss between the United States and Iran. We can all agree to that. We can all look at what their plan is and what they're trying to do, and we can probably all agree that Iran should not have a nuclear weapon. I mean, even the people who, some of us are obviously moderates, conservatives, independents, liberals, Democrats, whatever you want to say here, mixed up in these people on my channel right now. And we could probably all come to one agreement, and that agreement is that Iran should not have any nuclear weapon. I mean, we should probably all agree to that. And we could probably agree that they are one of the number one sponsors for terrorism. Like, we know that as well. I mean, this is not news. This is all out there. And so when you combine the two, when you combine that they are the number one sponsor of terrorism and them trying to get a nuclear weapon, what is our response? Like, what do we have to do? And no, and I think Trump just didn't want to kick the can down the road, and that's what it came down to. Iran should never have a nuclear anything. Yeah, and look what happened. A perfect example of it is like, look what happened when we started bombing Iran. What did they do? They lashed out and started bombing their allies, or I mean their neighbors. I won't say that they're allies, but they're not in conflict with them, but they're going to go out there and start bombing those. They're going to start bombing Saudi Arabia, and they're going to start bombing, Qatar and all these other people because they're getting like. So that to me shows me like where their head's at, right? Where their headspace is at. So there had to have been some restrictions put on this. I just don't think that we should go into a full-fledged war, and I don't think that people should die over it. And unfortunately, we've already had multiple service members who have passed away from this, and that's kind of where I draw the line now. I'm like, hey, dude, like, why are people being put in harm's way? Why can't we make this a fight from distance like we were? You know what I mean? Why couldn't we just go in there and do like what we did with Maduro? You know what I mean? Like, just do the Venezuela thing, man. Whatever we did in Venezuela, just do that, and let's just call it a day. I've been slowly adding flair to my bag. Hopefully, it'll be over in the next. Oh yeah, Crypto Keeper Joe. I read your message in X, dude. I'll get back to you. I'm on vacation, bro, that week. That's my daughter's. Both daughters. That's their birthdays, dude. We're gonna be gone. We will be in California. So dude, that would be. I'm sad. I'm gonna miss that. I think that would be pretty cool to go out with you guys. But yeah, I'll be gone, dude. Their birthday's on the 13th, so we'll be out of here. Iran should, yeah. Honestly, I think Iran already has 2 or 3 nukes. They might, right? They might. You never know, and they could be stored somewhere else. I mean, doesn't mean they have to be in Iran. Not that hard to make if you have nuclear reactors. Yeah, I want to retire in the Philippines with my immediate family. That'd be so cool, dude. I think that the Philippines would be a great place to retire. Absolutely great place to retire. So far, the short right now is doing pretty good. We're up about $100 up. We're up right now. So that short right now looking pretty good. I mean, liquidations are obviously flipping here. We're going to start to see the longs get obliterated. Shorts are obviously winning now. You're going to see this flip over here in the next 24 hours where we'll probably have a 1-to-3 ratio where longs will be 300 million, shorts will be 100 million. That's probably what this is going to do. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, the markets right now are kind of flipping over here in the last 4 hours. I think that if this ends, honestly, if this one ends right here, we're going to probably continue downward. because it hasn't refilled this wick. That's the only thing that concerns me is you go back and actually look at this. When these wicks don't, when these wicks actually don't have like 50% of the wick get filled like this, see like where this one didn't get filled and it comes back down, comes down hot. Same with here. Like the reason why this didn't actually, we didn't pull up from this is because we didn't fill half of this wick to then make the run. Same deal here. Every time you go back and look at that, the reasons why is because we don't fill actually half of that wick. Same here. Look at that, dude. The downturn happened here. We only came up and hit half of this. So not even half of it. So I just looking at these things based off that and where the 4 hour is at, we're probably going to come back down to some degree. We could come back down, hit this right around like 298, and then have a nice little bounce back up on the 4 hour here, right? We could come back down and hit this. I would say probably right around the 200 moving average. I wouldn't be shocked if we bounced off the 200 moving average. So, which would put me about a couple $100 up, and we'll call it a day. Lost nukes aren't real, guys. Do you think in the past 20 years that Iran couldn't afford to buy a nuke from? Well, I mean, they got $2.8 billion from Obama. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they could probably hand over. I mean, that's a pretty good amount of money when you think about it. He lives in Florida and has home in. That'd be super cool to go. My dad might retire in the Philippines. To be honest with you, he's talked about going out there. I mean, obviously, retired veteran. They have a really good base out there where he could get all his medical, and he could probably live like a god out there. In all reality, I mean, I don't know why he hadn't done it sooner. To be honest, so I think that he would probably love living out there. I'm retiring on Bikini. I don't even know where is that at, dude. I'm tone deaf too. When I'm drunk, no one is taking my mic. I love it, dude. How about that XRP? XRP is looking good earlier. XRP made a nice little run, but it's come down, hit that 200 moving average, and came back down. And you're seeing that happen right now. Ethereum, same thing, right? Everything's kind of coming down right now a little bit. Sold 50,000 XRP at 142 today. Going to buy back in at $1. F it. All right, J-Man. Yeah. Iran does have chemical weapons, right? I mean, we saw that with Syria and Iran back in 2010. When was it? 2010 when Iran and Syria were like out there, when they dumped some chemical weapons on their own citizens. I know, right? I would agree with you, F. Joe. And hey, and dude, China did that was the smart way, right? I mean, that's the next thing you got to worry about. That's the chemical warfare, dude. I mean, in all reality, the pandemic was the chemical warfare. That's crazy. You know what I mean? You talk about chemical warfare, dude. Just unleash a pandemic, which is exactly what happened with China. When I sing, I count my audience being drunk. You sold 50K XRP. Yeah, that is crazy, right? That is crazy. I'll give you that. So going into here, you can see right here that the JOLTS report opening came in at 6.946 million in January, beating the 6.70 forecasting. So not too bad. You can see right here all our retail investors getting exhausted. And in all reality, I mean, ETF inflows dropped about 22% last week following 3 months of strong demand. On Monday, retail investors posted their largest daily sale of single stocks in a month. It says purchases resumed on Tuesday and Wednesday, but were below the year-to-date averages. The pattern mirrors the early weeks of the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war, which I said. When a retail initially bought energy stocks and ETFs subsequently sold and returned to buy as the war unfolded. Retail is getting sick of the volatility, and we're probably going to result in what I just said earlier when we look at the charts here, where we're going to probably dwindle down. Let's go back to the daily here. And you're going to probably match exactly what we happened over here. And we're going to probably this is probably going to be something like here that we see. We're going to have this nice little rally. We're going to hit this little fair value gaps, maybe even come up here and hit some of this. But then eventually we're going to probably dwindle down the longer this chaos unfolds in the Middle East. We've been in World War III since COVID. The only reason men go to the Philippines is to retire is very cheap prices. That's funny, Jill. That's funny. When Powell leaves, I bet the market crashes. Seems fitting. Probably would. It probably will. It probably will, dude. And again, it's not going to help. I mean, this is really what it comes down to. I mean, this is what's crazy to me, dude. I mean, a 50% chance the Democrats sweep the midterms. Yeah, that would be You know how catastrophic that would be for Trump? I mean, like honestly, we could probably all agree that the first thing on their item is to impeach Trump. Oh yeah, dude, it takes away from everything that's happening here. Like we don't talk about the Somalian fraud. We don't talk about. I mean, like what's happening with the Save Act. Like everything's being taken away, and making us look like look at this new fancy little thing over here. It's honestly just a flashy new toy that they're putting out here of like let's put all of our attention over here on the war while all the other bullshit's going to the wayside over here. It's crazy how the war or the fraud in Minnesota and the fraud in California and all the things that are going on kind of get thrown on the back burner now. Sad. No one's gonna be held accountable. That's the sad thing is like no one's held accountable for this stuff, dude. Literally, no one's held accountable. I've been holding for way too long, even thinking about selling any XRP. Yeah, sometimes you want to, right? Don't watch out for those lady boys. Doesn't matter who wins the election when they both eat. Oh my god, dude. You're crazy, dude. You're crazy, man. They both eat. That's actually pretty funny. Oh man. I think X just shut down. Damn. I think did X just did something just happen to X? I think X just got taken out, bro. I think X just got taken out. Let's go. Let's see here. That's weird. That was weird. My X just like completely shut off, dude. Oh man, this is crazy. You see the line, dude. Do you see the lines right now? Do you see the lines at these airports, dude? My mom, she was this is how crazy the whole TSA thing is. So my mom, they were flying out to go on a cruise this for 2 weeks down in Miami. They're going down to the Bahamas, and her flight was supposed to leave at 7 o'clock this morning, dude. 7 o'clock this morning. She was one of the first flights to leave Seattle, and she just literally texted me. She literally just texted me, "Hallelujah, we're finally moving," and it's 10:35 a.m., dude. She's been sitting on a plane. She's been sitting on a plane for 3 hours, dude, on the tarmac. 3 hours on a tarmac waiting, bro. Insane, dude. Insane to think like that's where all this stuff is going, dude. It just blows my mind, dude. Like, and I saw in Austin, Texas, dude. What is Austin? I think that they said there's like a 6 hour wait at the airport right now, dude. This is not where you want to be flying right here. Yeah, right here. This is crazy, dude. It says Americans attempting to fly out of Austin Airport this morning were forced to wait so long that many of them had to give up their tickets with no refunds. They had to wait over 6 hours, dude, just to get through the airport, and they had to give up their tickets. Dude, that is insane to me, dude. Absolutely crazy. Funny right here. Speaker Mike Johnson says he is 100% convinced that the Republicans will win the 2026 midterms. Only a 17% chance Republicans sweep the midterms. Dude, like, nah, bro. You guys are cooking yourselves right now, unfortunately. Austin, Texas is named for you, right? Yeah. If this is Austin, I still love you. I don't know if you guys know that song, but that's always I always crack up with that one. How many of you? How can they not get refunds? Good question, dude. I have no idea. I mean, like, if you are stuck, I mean, how does that work out? Oh yeah, Democrats will, dude. Crypto's gone, bro. You better sell all your shit today. Like, yo, guy, I told you, man. I told you. That is one of my. I don't have a good voice. I mean, I can sing deep voice. Like if I sing deep, if I have like a good deep song, like a Trace Atkins song, or like a Toby Keith song, I'm pretty good at singing it, right? Maybe even a Garth Brooks song, I'm pretty good at it. A little bit of a deeper voice. But if it's like a more of a higher pitch thing, I'm out, bro. Count me out. But one thing about me, Austin, dude, it's okay to be. Hey, I am 100% comfortable with my sexuality, bro. You know what I mean? I am 100% comfortable with who I am. Call me what you want. Um, but one thing about me that people probably don't know is that I am very like I know like it's weird. I can sing pretty much any song out there. Any mainstream media song, any song that's been out there like growing up. I mean, you name it, dude. Like I could probably if it plays on the radio, I can sing the entire song. But once the lyrics are gone, I can't sing it anymore, dude. Like it's weird as hell. We all chip in for a 2000 super chat if you don't ever sing again. I know, right? Austin, Texas is proud to be strange. I went to Austin, dude. When I went to Austin, Texas, I walked down 6th Street, dude. I will never walk down the street again, dude. I literally, it was hell no. Like, I will never walk down 6th Ave or whatever they call it, dude. That place is wild, dude. That's funny. Crypto Keeper Joel, you killing me, bro. Submit. Why do people think Democrats are going to attack crypto when the Clarity Bill is a bipartisan? And just because of, I mean, you got to think, dude. Biden, Kamala Harris, they were all, dude, look what happened, dude. I mean, like literally look what happened when you had Gensler, when you had everyone against, I mean, you had the Democratic Party was literally against crypto. Like it was. I mean, we saw the attack on crypto. It was, I mean, look at all the lawsuits that were happening with the SEC, dude. Like, I mean, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Austin, may I ask a question in your audience on this live? I'm asking, does anyone on the live who knows any tax accountants who handle reliable, knowledgeable, can share a contact? Good question. I personally don't. But yeah, if anyone here knows of anything, I'd say Trent's the only guy I know 100% lives in Texas. Or sorry, New York. And so maybe he could be the guy. If he's I haven't seen Trent today though. Austin Iglesias, because Elizabeth Warren and most Democrats hate crypto. Yeah, we saw what happened. We saw the attack on crypto. I mean, with the SEC and Gary Gensler and like what happened to Gary Gensler, by the way? Where's Gary Gensler? If your beard was bigger, you would look like Luke Combs. I'm seeing him here in England at the Wembley. So, oh, that's pretty cool, dude. Yeah, I like Luke Combs, man. Yeah, Luke Combs is a good singer here. I think he just came out. Let's see, music. What was the song? I think there's a song he just came out with. Maybe not. Maybe. There's a new song. Yeah. Be By You, dude. Luke Combs. That's my favorite song out right now, dude. I don't know if you guys Be By You. If you want a good song right now, a good country song, Be By You, dude. That's like my number one song by Luke Combs. It's funny you said that. Did you hear NVIDIA backup started StarCloud plans to launch specialized ASIC miners? And oh, really, dude? That would be sweet, dude. Yeah, but he went about it the wrong way. I'm not saying that he was wrong in wanting to enforce crypto regulations. I'm on board with the crypto regulations, but how he handled it was wrong. Um, going out there and giving Wells notices and then not creating a path for people to be successful with responding to a Wells notice and then just automatically suing them. Like you should have like almost like what he did with XRP. Like you should have to give them notice and then give them expectations of what you want so that they can actually then follow those expectations. Like it's almost like you can't go out there and it's almost like when you discipline an employee, right? Let's just say you have this employee out here who is, they think they're doing a great job. They think they're doing everything right. And you have to go out there and actually tell these employees that here's the issues that we have. Here's what I want you to do. You have to go out there and actually give them a reason. You can't just then go and fire them or go and then, send them home for the day and they have no idea what the hell they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's like what I get frustrated the most about soccer. I'll give you an example. What I get frustrated the most about with my daughter's soccer is at practice, they'll do one-on-ones, they'll do two-on-ones, they'll pass, they'll do their games and stuff like that. But they never practice positioning. They never practice a lot of things. They never practice how to cover and all these things. And then when they get to a game, when they don't do those things, they get in trouble. And I'm like, dude, you can't go and like yell at a kid now or get upset at a kid because they're not doing something that you've never told them or taught them to do. You have to tell them, you have to show them, you have to like, hey, this is the goal. This is what we're trying to do here. But if you've never done that, you then can't go back and discipline them for it. And that's what the SEC did. That's what the SEC under Gary Gensler did to the crypto people. They went after them without giving them anything of what they should be doing. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird to me. So I would disagree. Austin tried to use the tools he had. I think we were all frustrated. Yeah, and I'm not saying that like he had the tool, but like I just you can't go discipline people when you haven't given them a roadmap to be successful. I'm against that. Can you share the person's contact information? You said he's on here. Trent, I don't know Trent personally. He's just been a part of the A team for a long time. He's one of my mods. Trent, you guys seen Trent? I know he's the only one here that I know is from New York. But I will mark this down and let him know that Millicent is looking what you're looking for, dude. The closer we get to regulation, the further the crypto community fades. Yeah, you're right. They actually did come out and say the Gensler broke the law. You're right. They even came out and said it, and when the whole thing came out. Cool, Chris. What's up, buddy? I haven't seen Cool Chris in a minute, dude. What's up, bud? Hope all is well with you, man. Long time no see. The Republicans were heavily against crypto with 45. They changed with 47. Also, I distinctly remember you saying you would go to the army if Trump won. Why did you chicken out? Dude, I'm too old, bro. I'm too old. I'm too old, man. That's what it comes down to. I did say I would. I would go into the military. Dude, I'm still 40 years old. I would have to join. I could only join the reserves. I could probably only join the reserves. In all reality, I probably should do it though, right? Just like join, just do it out of just F it, right? Could you imagine all of us coming together and holding spaces and live streams to push a common stock? Well, that's kind of what happens in crypto. People get together and just push all these things on crypto, right? Developing. The Israel women have been going viral. Oh God, go over the Israel people, dude. But yeah, it's kind of crazy when you start to go out here and read all this political bullshit. I mean, in all reality, the war needs to stop. Like that's the one thing for sure is ridiculous is the war right now. I think it needs to come to an end for sure. We saw the attacks, so all these banks gonna tank once the Democrats tank crypto. They're never going, dude. They're never going to. There's always going to be a fight now between the banks and crypto, and we're seeing that right now with the Clarity Act. I mean, the Clarity Act is a perfect example of like the banks not wanting anything to be done when it comes to. They don't want anything to be done. I mean, the banks literally know that crypto holds an advantage. I mean, you know how easy it is to actually stake crypto on a platform. I mean, the banks don't give you this opportunity. They definitely don't have the system that allows you to make make money by staking. Like if you go to Coinbase right now, you know how easy it is to maneuver and to stake and to do whatever you want to do on their platform. Banks don't like that, dude, because it just takes money away from these banks. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to go you're going to go use Coinbase as your bank. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. These platforms are going to eventually become banks of themselves, and they already are. You can actually take out loans, and you don't even have to call anyone to take out a loan. Like you could move Ethereum straight to Coinbase right now, and then take out a loan, an Ethereum backed loan, and they give you cash for it, dude. And then you don't lose your investment, right? You're going to have to sign a contract saying you could get liquidated. But I mean, it's kind of cool, dude. 40 years old. Hell, I have t-shirts older than that. I'm not 40 yet, dude. I'm not 40 yet. I'm actually 39. So I'll be 40 this year. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, if I see Trent in here, I'll definitely do it for sure. Gensler was abusing and misusing the power of the SEC. Yeah, good news. I'm almost 70, and the state of Florida has told me I'm exempt from jury duty. Hell yeah, dude. Anyone still bullish on XCL and Cent? Nah, I mean, like, I'm just waiting for it to come back around. I'm still bullish that I hope it does well. I want I want to make money out of it for sure. Cent's been lingering in there. I'm still sitting around my number. It hasn't really moved a whole lot, dude. Revolt is a bank now. Who's Revolt? I don't know who Revolt is. Either way, banks lose. Clarity passes, they lose. If it doesn't pass, they lose. Banks are losing left and right, bro. Banks are losing left and right. I mean, they're losing. People are not putting their money in banks anymore. There's no reason to, dude. You can move it over to crypto and hold it in non-custodial and have better access to it than you do a bank. You know what I mean? You know how good that is to like be able to have money sitting on literally a majority of my retirement, majority of my livelihood is literally sitting on a ledger. It's not in a bank. It's not in a 401k. It's not in any of that kind of stuff, dude. It's literally sitting on the blockchain, and banks can't touch it. No one can touch it. The only people who can touch it is me. Banks take your cash that you deposit. They want you to hold your crypto. Yeah, I mean, that's what they want. They want your money because then they use it to go pay for loans. I mean, that's how they make their money. I'll be 40 this year too in August. Hell yeah, the blessed style. Cheers to being 40. Yeah, crazy 40, man. 40, I guess 40 is over the hill, right? They said 50 was over the hill, but I feel like 40 is over the hill because I think our average life expectancy is what, 82? So I mean 40 is definitely, you lived half your life, I think, at that point. When you squeeze the interest out of customers and brag about it, you eventually lose your customers. Yeah. Well, now it's created. It's crypto has allowed us to. Crypto has literally allowed us to maneuver away from that. That's been the whole thing here. Is that crypto's allowed us to maneuver. The short's doing actually really good right now. Sitting here about $173 up on the short right there. So yeah, looking pretty good. But crypto's allowed us to do that. You know what I mean? Back to what you said. I mean, we can leave it. We can now leave the banks. We don't need the banks. We can move our money over onto a blockchain. We can do whatever we want. Banks hate that. I know they're arguing over stablecoin yields. Meanwhile, I'm getting USDC rewards from Coinbase for years. Yeah. And look at the IRS. The IRS is coming after people that are making rewards off of stablecoins. That's been one of the biggest fights with the Clarity Act right now. And you can see the IRS coming out here and issuing these forms, but these forms aren't even part of the law. These forms are people are filling out these forms and they're not even required. Like they haven't been put into the tax code yet. So we're talking maybe 2027, 2028 before those stablecoin forms actually probably come to fruition with the IRS, if they even do. I don't know, but yeah, people are banks are getting pissed about that. You and whoever can hack it, you're exempt from jury duty, but you're at the right age to run the country. Touche. I wouldn't live in any country that would have me as a leader. The only entities worse than banks are health insurance companies, dude. And just insurance companies in general. It doesn't even have to be healthcare insurance, dude. Just any insurance company, dude. Like Liberty Mutual, dude. Like every insurance company is just, oh god, dude. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What do you mean when open panel, F Joe? What do you mean when open panel? What does that mean? Like you coming up here and talk? I can't have your ass up here and talk. My channel will get canceled, bro. If I had your ass up here, my channel will get shut down. Freedom isn't free, but where's the stop button? Yeah, freedom isn't free. I agree with you on that, dude. I agree with you on that for sure. Freedom's not free at all. You gotta respect it too. Just like I said, I mean, in all reality, like I said, I like this whole Trump, the whole war thing is kind of a crazy thing. I like the first week of it, but now it's kind of drawn out. You know what I mean? It says unless Trump pulls over. This is Jason. He's from the All In podcast. I'm not a big fan of Jason, by the way. He's too all over the place. He hasn't really he kind of just flip flops a little bit. It's kind of weird. But he says unless Trump pulls a rabbit out of his hat, which is something he has done twice before, he's sunk his presidency. And according to the polls, it's because of starting a war with Iran, letting ICE run wild, making the working class feel ignored, and not releasing the Epstein files. He basically is gifting his presidency to the Democrats at this point. He's got to find an off ramp for Iran. I actually agree with him. This is the one thing I probably did agree with him. the ICE running wild. I mean, he just let them go out there and try to corral as much people as possible. Like the ICE thing is, I don't really agree with that one. But making the working class feel ignored and not releasing the Epstein files is huge. I mean, that was a big takeaway from a lot of people, was that he didn't do that off the bat. I mean, he lost a lot of people on that, and then now the war with Iran, he's lost even more people for sure. He's lost me at the war I mean, I'm not going to go vote for Kamala Harris. I'm not going to go vote for anyone that's like Newsom. Like, there's no way you would ever vote for someone like that. Like, I'm obviously very moderate conservative, but I mean, he's definitely lost me with the war. I mean, for sure. Like, it's disappointing to continue. We should go in there, do what we need to do, and then we should get out. And unfortunately, we went in there. We said we were going to do what we're going to do, but we're still there. And so it's kind of like everything that was told to us on what we did seems like it's not as easy as we thought it was. You know what I mean? So I think we're a little over our skis. Better knock the dust off the boys. We're gonna go back to the sandbox. I know. I just had an MRI done. Oh my gosh, dude, what'd you do? Would you like tear a muscle? It's funny how poly market is being used like it knows all. Well, just you know what's great about the poly market, Chameleon, is this is the time to go hedge against that, dude. This is the time. So this is what happens. This is exactly, if you follow in prediction. I don't know if you guys follow prediction markets, but this is the time now where you flip where you go. This is exactly the manipulation that they're talking about here. They're going to get people to believe this, right? This is all manipulation. I don't think Democrats are going to sweep they're not going to sweep it. They're not going to get the Senate. They could get the House, but I don't think they're going to get the Senate. And what's funny about it to me is that sweeping's a whole nother thing, right? Taking both. I don't think it's going to happen, but this is where people manipulate these prediction models. Is they come out here and they start to force this, push this agenda, and then it's going to flip backwards, guys. And then the people that actually bought the top of this prediction model are going to the ones that are going to win. So, like for me, for instance, I'm going to go actually vote that they're not going to get it. Let's go here. Let's see. Yeah, dude, this is a really good odd here. What the frick is it, dude? I don't want foreign elections. I want primaries. I don't want primaries either. U.S. elections. There we go. Which one wins the Senate? 48%. Where's the sweep? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes, midterms, Congress balance power. Sometimes it's hard to see on the. That's the only thing that sucks about Coinbase is that Coinbase is really hard to. It's really hard to find some of the stuff on here because it's just for some reason it's just really hard to find some things on here. Who will win the presidency? But this is the time to go in and actually switch this back around to where, I mean, I would go, even if you don't agree with it, I would go, just if you're trying to make money, I would go and flip the bet on that, dude. That's a pretty good percentage right now. You know what I mean? I would say the Democrats do not sweep, so you'd vote no to Austin. I can't see in the future either, but it doesn't know how the Dems are well positioned to take the Senate better than I expected. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, at this point, Thune's been ass. I mean, Thune is he's straight garbage, bro. I mean, at this point, let him go. Let him take it, dude. I mean, because he's worthless. He's absolutely worthless, dude. You know what I mean? I'd be cool. I just don't think they're going to sweep it. So they're either going to get the House or they're going to get the Senate. One or the other. I have to totally hedge. But it's just a math equation with lots of variables. You're absolutely right. It plays with the people's heads. Oh yeah, but this is the time, right? And it's influence. I mean, this is the way to influence the markets. Like you got to realize Trump in the terms of the when Trump was running against Kamala, right? Dude, they had Kamala beating Trump. Remember that when the whole Iowa caucus thing came out, dude, the trading markets shifted to Kamala winning the presidency. And she got obliterated. It wasn't even close. But what did that do? That showed influence. That showed people that like, oh crap, they are going to win. I'm going to get out there and vote now, right? This is all influence to like get people out there because people that don't want the Democrats in there or vice versa. What does this do? This rallies your base to see that the Democrats are going to come in and sweep. What does this do? This will rally the Republican conservative base because they don't want this because they know what's going to happen if the Democrats do sweep. What happens? Trump gets impeached. You know what I mean? And so if you're a conservative or even a moderate to some degree, you're probably going to go in there and try to go out there and vote, right? You're going to get up and vote in the midterms. The House is guaranteed. Senate will be fun to watch. Yeah. All politicians are worthless. Thune is no Mitch McConnell. Dude, Mitch McConnell is... We're 2 for 2, bro. Thune is a Mitch McConnell. He's just a couple years younger. Thune is ass, bro. Thune is when they actually announced that Thune was in there, I was pretty disappointed because I just knew that he was going to be a dead weight. He's just literally he's a paperweight, bro. He's just a paperweight. My opinion, this was a senseless war that caused many of people's lives, including others, for a senseless reason. When you can negotiate and reason things, I agree. Millicent, I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Like I said, I'm okay with bombing with bombing their facilities to keep them from enriching uranium. I'm okay with them bombing the leader, the Ayatollah, to get rid of their leadership. But like, I don't think that we should be continuing on to put boots on the ground to even allow them to do, even where we're going right now. I think that we should have been done after that. And then if they continue, then you do it again. We should be able to attack from distance and not have any casualties. We proved that with Venezuela, and we were proving it in the first couple days with Iran, and then it's getting carried away now. We were only in the Middle East because of Israel, just like last time, and I agree. I feel like this is Israel's war, and we should let Israel fight it out. Like, why are service members dying? Why are United States service members dying? Are any Israeli members dying? Have we had any Israel fighters die in this war yet? Have they announced it? I don't know. Maybe they have. That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe it's a question. Um, let's see. The election votes make our votes useless. 100%. We're all in the Middle East. Yeah, I would agree. I think that this is Iran. This is a more of Iran thing. Um, let's see. They tried to negotiate. Iran bluffed and said they have 10 kg, 6 enrichment. Anywhere over 20% is considered military grade. 20% is what they use to. Yeah, but we should. Like I said, I think we should just take that out. You know what I mean? So far, 2 Israel soldiers were killed during fighting in southern. Okay, so that was overall Israel. So 12 people have died since this war, and there have been civilians. Confirmed soldiers killed. The war started. So two Israeli soldiers have died, and 9 civilians have passed away since this attack has happened. So yeah, I mean that's not that. I mean we've had more than that. The electoral votes make our votes. The electoral is crazy, dude. Trump just let people get it in his head, and because he doesn't know how to rationalize things calmly and collectively, he jumps before and after and said, agree. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it feels like sometimes, right? I'd agree. So since that war, we've had 13 American military personnel killed, and we've had about 150 injured. Like, why are our troops getting injured, and why are our troops dying when this war is for Israel? You had 2 service members die, but yeah, we've gone up almost we've 7x the deaths. I mean that's crazy, dude. Why are our people dying over this? You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off. How will markets react when boots touch the ground? Oh, dude, it's gonna get obliterated. If boots touch the ground, man, you lost me. You lost me. I did see that guy. I did see that we're sending in like 3,500 troops. I did read that. I don't know if that's confirmed, but you're a real one, dream chaser. Appreciate you. I think it. I mean, like I said, if you're, I mean, it's okay. Like I voted for Trump. You guys know that, but I think it's important to be critical when it needs to be critical. I voted for him for certain reasons, and I feel I've been let down for sure. I've been let down. I mean, the war. I mean, obviously, war was the big one for me. That was the number one thing on my agenda, and that's gone. You know what I mean? Epstein files was pretty big, and I'd say that he botched the hell out of the Epstein stuff. I think that people who do that kind of stuff to kids should be held accountable for sure, without a doubt. And to not release that or to not put all that stuff out there, I think is a huge miss, huge miss. And for whatever reason, I mean that's just kind of where it's at. So, and then on top, and then another thing is nothing's been done for health in our children. Yeah, and he promised no war. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Had they forced his hand, they probably did. Who knows? Who knows, dude? I mean, people have those conspiracy theories. The Mustang. We always say this, dude. A lot of conspiracy theories out there, and what's crazy is most of those conspiracy theories are true. And I'm not to say that that's what's happening here, but I mean, like, hey, don't discount the conspiracy theories that are out there ever. It shows that Israel has Trump by the balls. I mean, yeah, I do think that this is an Israel war. You know what I mean? Uh, this war has started with Obama because there should have been no war if we had. Well, this war. I mean, Mark, I'm with. I mean, I think that Obama funding Iran was crazy as hell. Like, that is crazy. But I think the war has been going on for a lot longer than that. I mean, if you go back and look at the history of Iran and United States conflict, it's been going on for a really long time. Like, I mean, they've been killing service members left and right. They've been killing them. They've been. I mean, like, from the Iraq, even before then, dude, we were having service members in the Middle East die because of terrorist organizations being funded by Iran. Like, we could all agree to that. I mean, that's out there for everyone to see. And so, like, yeah, I agree that there has to be a push and a stop to it. Like, I do think the Ayatollah should have been. I mean, I'm agreeing with the Ayatollah being taken out. Like, I'm agreeing with them bombing their enrichment plants and keeping them from doing this thing. I'm okay with that kind of stuff, but, like, not at the risk of losing service members. I love how everyone thinks Trump had to release. No, I don't, I just think that I think it's important to. I'm not saying that he should be impeached over the Epstein. I'm just saying that, like, that was one of his promises, was to, like, release the Epstein files, and, like, he really botched it with Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi really screwed that whole thing up. And, like I said, that's what's lost trust. Not saying that, like, he put trust in Pam Bondi to go forward and do these things, and then it didn't come to fruition. And he did run on a promise. Like I said, he did run on a promise to do this, and then all of a sudden, and now it's being redacted and changed. Like, you can't do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's why people voted. You know what I mean? They vote for you because of the things that you say, and then and then when it doesn't come to fruition, it's kind of like, wait a second, dude. Like, I mean, that's what a lot of us voted for. We were all on board. You rallied the troops. You got us all excited. I'm sure they're deep in designing a Tesla robot soldier. That'd be pretty crazy. Do you ask yourself why Trump and the DOJ is covering up the Epstein file? Like I said, I mean, I'm not going to, like, who knows why? Who knows why? We can all make theories, and there's a lot of them out there. There's conspiracy theories out there on left and right, and maybe there's some of the true. I don't know, but it does suck. Unwanted truth. I know, right? Right. I actually, that's why conspiracy theories are actually kind of fun, because they you kind of want any news on something. I have no idea, bro. That's Israel's war, not ours. I agree. I think this Iran war is an Israel war. It's not a United States war. Well, I think that, I mean, I guess, Guy, I mean, I'm in a different, I believe something different, dude. I think Obama gave a lot of money to Iran. I mean, I think we all saw that. We all saw that pallet of cash get delivered. You know what I mean? We saw all that cash get delivered to Iran. Yeah. I mean, in January 2016, the U.S. government under President Barack Obama transferred $1.7 billion to Iran. 400 million of it was delivered in cash in foreign currencies. The remaining 1.3 was related to interest on those funds. Yeah. It was a settlement of a long-standing financial dispute dating back to 1979. But I mean, you're literally handing over so much money, dude. You're literally handing over a ton of money. I mean, like, that's out there for everyone to read, regardless of what it was. You're not going to go hand the number one sponsored terrorist organization in the world $1.9 billion, dude. I don't give a shit who you are. Like, imagine, that's crazy to me, dude. Like, that we would do that. I don't give a shit what it says. Hey, Austin, what are you using for your thumbnail? I recently noticed a ton of YouTubers have super high quality thumbnails. I just been putting in ChatGPT, bro, and it's been funny. I crack up over the ChatGPT thumbnails, dude. Like, they actually become pretty fun to do, just because they're super goofy looking. 6 more dead in a plane crash in Iraq. I saw that F Joe. This was a shakeout in 9 months. BTC will be at the bottom. Money printer purring half incoming. I would agree, Tall Paul. I think this is actually setting things up to probably come in. Can we talk crypto? Yeah, sorry, we get sort of spun off here. Bomb negotiated for Iran and denuclearized. Trump pulled us out. That was part of the agreement. I hate to use this type of word, but you're literally proving my case that these people are all friends and work together and don't make me call you an idiot. It's fake, guys. War is real. The reasons are all fake. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I think that yeah, I would say that a lot of these people are friends with each other. Absolutely, dude. How do you think? I mean, it's a you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing. That's what politicians are about, bro. Come on. I think a lot of us know that. Um, yeah, without question, I think that's a huge thing, dude. Yeah, I think it's a huge thing. Oh, man, we're going down the rabbit holes. And like they have done for many captured soldiers and other Americans exchange, even some we know nothing about. True. There's probably so many out there that we have no idea who they are. 100%. We don't even know who they are. But the cryptocurrency market continues to fall. You hit that. You see right here, XRP came down and, or sorry, Ethereum came down and hit that. Hit the levels that we thought. Let's go to the 4 hour here. Came down and hit the right there off the 200-day moving average. You can see it came down and hit that like I thought it would. Like I said, now we could potentially have a little bit of a bounce back, right? A little bit of a bounce back. I think I'm up $260 on my 256 dollars on my short since starting the stream, about 10% up on the short. So well, I'll probably continue to ride this out. I'll see what happens here. See where this goes, dude. Didn't Obama give that money because troops got captured? I think there was some. There's probably a lot of mixtures into it, dude. Um, yeah, the timing of the initial $400 million coincides with Iran's releasing four American prisoners. So some people called it a ransom, but officials insisted the settlement and hostage negotiation were separate process. So just coincided. But we do know that, I mean, $1.7 billion was given to Iran as part of a settlement like that. That's there. You're handing over that much money to a terrorist organization. Like that's pretty crazy. But I don't know. It's just me. I'm a short going into the weekend. I'm scared of when boots touch the ground. You don't send 2,200 Marines without planning something. Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude. Number $6 diesel means staycation. Yeah, I think render is where I saw it too. Again, nothing's actually come out saying that this was happening here, but I mean, I did see that on render as well. U.S. I just saw this. U.S. offers 10 million bounties for top Iranian leaders. Is that real? That's off of Kalshi, bro. U.S. offers $10 million in bounties for top Iranian leaders, dude. That is crazy, dude. The 10, 10 billion, $10 million, dude. Wild, bro. Yeah, you can see the manipulation in the cryptocurrency market's huge right now. U.S. to deploy Marines to the Middle East. The Pentagon is reinforcing its military presence. It says the U.S. has approved deploying a Marine unit, about 2,500 to the Middle East. The deployment includes additional warships and elements of amphibious ready-to-go groups. The move comes as Iran steps up to attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump says it's unlikely Iranians will rise up against the regime soon. So there you go, dude. I mean, $2,500. I mean, that, yeah, boots are going to touch the ground in the Middle East, dude. Where they go in the Middle East, I have no idea. But damn, damn, bro, markets are going to come down hot now. They're already coming down. Jeez. Yeah, here we go, dude. Things are going to get thick now. Things are going to rally up quick now, dude. Let's see here. I want the dog bondage. Austin, would you be worried about buying it at a lower price if you sold all your XRP at 143? I'm looking to buy back above $1. Yeah, you just got to be patient, dude. If you think the markets are going to come down, you just got to be patient, and that's kind of how I look at it, dude. If you can be patient, it'll pay off. You know what I mean? And we're lining ourselves up. I already showed this chart. I showed this earlier to you guys, dude. Like this is as crazy as this looks. It really is it is really crazy how this plays out. So this right here, we came down, and we're kind of right here. This right here is this right here is the whole conflict of this is when the Iran or sorry, this is when the my mom, she just took off, bro. She literally they just took off. That is crazy, dude. She's been sitting on the tarmac since 7:30 a.m. this morning in SeaTac. They were sitting on the tarmac, dude. Let me see that. Let me look at the snow real quick. Yeah, the snow's coming down thick, dude. We're covered in snow. But that took them what is that, 3 hours? Right? No, 4 hours? Dude, 4.5 hours, bro. I'd be pissed. If I had to sit on a plane for 4.5 hours to then fly out for 4.5 hours, gosh dang, dude, I'd be so pissed. Don't worry, Austin. Maybe it's forever war, but we don't have to live that long. Touche. I'm with you. According to Trump, it will end. He feels it in his bones. We'll see, dude. I don't know. They won't. Just on the outskirts, Iran has 11 million militia forces moving into the communities. We would get slaughtered. We probably would, dude. We probably would, dude. Every Friday without fail, right? I said YT. I said yesterday, dude. I said that we're gonna probably come down, and it'll be interesting to see where this plays out. But this is the Iran. This is when the war with Ukraine Russian war. Right in this area, dude, and almost to the same identical thing that we're seeing here. Let's look over here. Sorry, this is right over in here in this area. This is the when the war started. Right here. This is it, dude. Right here. This is when the war started. Boom. We had this massive thing happen in February of 2020, February 24 of 2022. We rallied up, and then, dude, we fell off a cliff here. And it's kind of lined up to do the exact same thing here, right? Look, we came down initially from the top. We settled down. Had a little play out right here. Had a little play out right here. Came down a little bit more. We came down a little bit more. Now we're having this play out right here. We're gonna probably ride around here. We'll probably bounce around this area for a little bit, and then we're gonna have this. We're just gonna get demolished. I feel it, dude. We're gonna bottom out because of this bullshit. Random share. I'm gonna see the new Street Fighter movie. Oh yeah, I saw that coming out, dude. Because you don't make deals with terrorists. I don't think you should. We compared to the Ukraine-Russian war because oil wasn't stopped. No, but I'm just saying, like, it's very similar lineups, right? Everything's different. You can't say, you can't. Everything's not the same, but I mean, you can look at things and look at the. I placed a few dollars on render, and now I wished I had placed more funds on it. I don't know, man. It's public and available to read. They denuclearize the purpose. Yeah, Trump pulled. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, this is in our war. Like, why do 2,500 Marines have to go to the Middle East? Why can't 2,500 Israel military? What are they? The IDF? What the hell are they called? The IDF? What is the military's Israel's military IDF? Yeah, the IDF. That's what they're called. Uh, in 1994, I won second place in the Street Fighter contest. Send Tesla robots to war. Yeah, just send Optimuses out there and just let them do their thing. That's pretty funny. Didn't Lindsey Graham say because Israel told us to? It's crazy to think what Israel has done. Dude, Lindsey Graham is a traitor to America. Lindsey Graham is I don't understand how that guy keeps getting elected. Like that guy is a traitor to it. Just listen to him speak, dude. He doesn't give a shit about Americans. Listen to him, dude. Listen, he's the biggest warmonger in all warmongering, dude. You very well could, Tall Paul. It very well could open up a can of worms. I hate when they use our military. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why are we dying over this, dude? This is so stupid. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna get things going for the day. This kind of pisses me off. I'm even more bummed out now. Just like reading this stuff that like that's even on the table. Like, dude, that's so ridiculous, man. So ridiculous, dude. God, so frustrating. Such a waste. Oh God, such a waste. All right, guys. Well, we know where it's going, dude. So with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Yeah, man. I will not see you guys tomorrow morning. We have a soccer game at 9 a.m. and it's like a 2-hour drive. So I'm gonna be out of here early morning, dude. Have a great day. Remember, we love you. I love you too, man. I love you, guy. I hope you have a fantastic day out there. Hope you enjoyed the sun. My mom's gonna be in your state, Florida. She'll be in Florida in about 4 hours. So yeah, they're going on a nice little cruise. So I wish I was with her in the nice little warm sun that's out there, considering we're in some crazy snow flurries right now. So yeah, with all that, dude, I love you guys a ton. Thanks for letting me go on and rant and rave and talk about all the bullshit. And, it's always good to reason back and forth on these things, dude. So it's raining there. Oh, damn. Damn, but probably it's warm though. It's warm though. You gotta say it's probably warm. It's better than here. It's 33 degrees and snowing. So can't be worse than that. So, but yeah, with all that, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys back here probably on Monday. So with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.